Internet was built on trust. That's why it will never be fully secure unless we redesign its building blocks. The amount of trust required for protocols like the address resolution protocol to work is terrifying. Hello Internet, I'm Mario Bagheri, and today I'll describe how an attacker could exploit this trust and tap your private conversations over the Internet. At last, we'll talk defense strategies that you can use to protect yourself and your company. So the address resolution protocol was used to convert private IP addresses to MAC addresses. We are talking about LAN or WLAN here. In simple terms, anything inside your home's Wi-Fi. So you have a router that assigns some private IP addresses to the devices that connect to it, but you still need MAC addresses to transport the data. So let's say you have your printer's IP address and you want to send it a document. Without ARP, you cannot do that. You need your printer's MAC address. Your phone screams, "Hey, can the device with this IP address send me their MAC address?" Let's go with another example. We have a lottery going on and we are trusting a naive people. We randomly select a number, then we are like, whoever has this number can go pick up their cash at this address without needing to provide any proof. Obviously, the first person that arrives gets the money regardless of the fact that they actually won or not. For all they care, they could have not even played and still get the money reward. Now back to the ARP protocol. If someone asks, "Hey, can I have the MAC address for this IP?" Then you supply your own MAC address, then they'll send everything to you. Doesn't matter if you actually have the IP address or not. So this is how ARP spoofing is performed. The ARP spoofing attack is commonly used as an opening for other attacks. Before we get into the defense strategies, you have to know that this technique is not always used for evil. You can and should use it to offer redundancy. If one of your servers break, you can redirect the traffic to others by just making another server send spoofed ARP messages to swallow all the traffic that used to go to the broken server. Now it's time for our defense strategies. Since this attack is aimed at such a core protocol, it cannot be easily prevented. Preventing bad actors from getting on your Wi-Fi is probably the best option. If you separate the important servers and put them in a completely separate and protected network, the attacker cannot just use the insecure Wi-Fi to get access to these servers. Static ARP entries are extremely inconvenient, but also make it next to impossible to perform ARP spoofing. This technique basically hand inputs all the MAC addresses and their private IP addresses in a network. This is good for small and highly secure networks, but as the network gets larger, this becomes next to impossible to maintain. This is an uncommon attack since most don't study the internet and its foundations completely. So if you are worried about this attack, you probably have the budget to spend on detection and prevention software. Some of them come free, and they basically try to see if one MAC address is associated with multiple IPs or not, and keep a log and employ various techniques. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, everything I mentioned above will be linked down below the like button. I put many resources like this on my YouTube channel and my personal website, so definitely take advantage of those resources. So until next time, stay paranoid, stay alive.